Hi, friends. Today we're diving into a journey a lot of us start out on, but often find challenging, and that is discovering our target audience. So, whether you're launching a new business or a brand, or just aiming to connect more authentically with your current followers, knowing who you're speaking to is the cornerstone of your success. I promise you, there is nothing more powerful than knowing your audience and understanding what exactly they want. This seems like a no-brainer, but there are actually a lot of companies and content creators out there who are spending tons, I tell you, tons of time and money on content and on ads that no one cares about. And it's such a waste of time. I just don't want that for you. So in this video, I'm going to guide you through 5 key questions that will show you your path to truly understanding your audience. If you like this video, please do me a favor and give it a like, subscribe to my channel. And if you get value from it, then do me one even better and share it with someone else that could benefit from it. So let's get started. The first question we're going to ask to find our target audience is, who benefits the most from my product or service? So this is all about identifying that core group of people whose problems you solve or desires you fulfill. So here's a cheat code. The person you are most qualified to help is actually the former version of yourself. So if you're an entrepreneur or you're a creator, you're more than likely solving a problem that you once had. So to answer this question, you just have to remember who you were as your past self. To make answering this question really effective, you want to look beyond demographics like age, gender, social status, things like that. Even though these things are really important, they just aren't everything. And you're going to need to dig deeper. Some of the ways that you can dig down to find this information is you can go into online forums, social media conversation, and reviews that are related to your niche. Notice the language people are using. Notice the pain points they're expressing and the solutions that they're seeking out, the questions that they're asking on those online forums. This insight is gold for understanding your audience on a deeper level. There are tons of places you can go to get this information: Discord, Reddit, Facebook groups, Instagram, Trustpilot. And if you're in software, that's your thing, you can go to Capterra, G2, and lots of other sites like that. So moving on to question 2, what does my ideal audience value? Understanding their values is really going to help you tailor your message. There was a time when I was working for a digital marketing agency, and we had a client that I just loved. They had an amazing software product, and we came up with the most brilliant ad for their software. It was funny. It was, it was current. It was just, as a marketer, one of those things that you just go, this is the best ad campaign I've ever made. So when we tried it in the market, it didn't work. Like, it literally, the ads did nothing, organic did nothing, search did nothing, and we were spending, let's say, $5,000 to $10,000 every month just to test what works, and nothing was working. Well, after a couple of months of that, I started to get smarter as a marketer and realize, do I know what their customer base wants? Do I know what they're looking for? Do I know who they are? Do I know where they are online? And I just had to come to the realization, admit that I didn't know who it was that I was talking to. So I started to dig really deep. And once I did that, I saw, oh, this is what this target audience values. It's not my same set of values, which is why my ads are not working. So you need to know, is your target audience seeking convenience? Is it sustainability, innovation? Are they looking for community? The best way to answer this question in the beginning is really to ask the people that you're already connected to. You can do this online or offline. I recommend online because you can create polls on Instagram or LinkedIn. You can ask people to leave you a comment on pretty much any social channel there is. And when you hit on something that your audience and your network find valuable, the comments are going to flood in, right? You're going to know exactly when you connected to something that your audience finds valuable. Now, if you don't think your current connections are your best target audience, that's okay too. There are many other ways to find out what your ideal audience values. And one of my favorite ways is the website answerthepublic.com. You can go there, you can put in any words that have to do with your business or the content you want to create, and it will show you what questions people are already asking related to your topic of choice. That way you know exactly how to answer their questions and bring value to your audience. And no, this post is not sponsored. Answerthepublic.com. If you want to sponsor me in the future, I'd be totally okay with that. Some of the other ways to find out what your audience values is to engage in what we call social listening and to participate in relevant online groups to uncover these values. My personal favorite platforms for social listening are Sprout Social, Hootsuite, and Digimind, but I've actually put a link to an online list of the top 25 social listening tools in the comments. So if you're curious or you're looking for how can I find what my people value, definitely take a look at that list. And again, that is not sponsored. I just want to make sure that you have the best information possible to do the research that you need to find your target audience. All right, our third question for today is, where does my audience spend their time online? This is a good one because identifying the platforms that your people frequent and the content they consume is really going to give you a roadmap to their daily digital routine. So you can use analytic tools like Google Analytics, social media insights, and even competitor analysis to pinpoint where your audience hangs out. Then, just be there. Not as a marketer, but as a fellow community member. Now, if you're wondering why I'm not going into this point super deep, it's because I made a whole video about this, and I'm going to link it up here. So if this is an area you need to grow in, you can click on that video and deep dive how to grow on each of those social platforms. Question 4 we're going to cover today is, how does my audience communicate? This is so important and people completely leave it out. But the tone, the slang, the hashtags your audience use are signals to them whether or not your content or your business is for them. If you get it wrong, you immediately lose their attention. For instance, if you use a crying, laughing emoji and you're targeting Gen Z, they're automatically going to think, no, this is something for my elder millennial or Gen X parents, right? All of us have age ranges and interests that we associate with little online language signals, because these little online language differences are all clues into how to speak your audience's language fluently. So be sure to analyze the comments on popular posts within your niche, observe the conversations happening, especially in targeted forums that I mentioned before, and adapt your communication to echo theirs. So however your people, your audience is talking, that's what you want to, you're not a copycat, right? But you want to bring that preferred language in to help you create a sense of belonging and understanding with your target audience. And finally, question number 5 that we're going to cover in this video: what are my audience's aspirations and fears? Now, this might be the most profound question of all, because it invites you to understand the dreams your audience is chasing and the obstacles that they perceive. Knowing this will allow you to speak to the deepest part of their desires. I'm talking about places that they may not even be aware exist. I'm not of the mindset where I believe people buy things with the rational part of their brains. Maybe they do if it's a pre-planned online grocery list or something like that. But I believe the majority of purchases that people make are out of some emotional need. Something in your product or your offer has to be more valuable to your target audience than the money that they're going to pay you to acquire the thing you're offering them. And that typically happens because what you're offering is hit a deep emotional need tied to either one of their aspirations or one of their fears. And yes, I am oversimplifying right now, and not everyone's buying habits and, prompts are exactly the same. But for the majority, I believe that making purchases is tied to their emotional center. If you want to tap into your audience's aspirations and fears, then you should listen to interviews and testimonials from your competitors. Why are people saying that they decided to purchase from your competitors? Listen to their customers share their journeys and see what insights their stories can offer you. Because when you address these aspirations and fears in your content, you're not just selling a product or selling a service. You're offering a bridge to their dreams and a shield against their fears. And that, to your target audience, is going to be invaluable. Understanding your target audience isn't just about demographics or statistics. It's about connecting with the heart and the soul of your community. And by answering these 5 questions I mentioned in this video, you're not just finding one person. You're discovering a tribe for your brand. So please take these insights I've shared with you today, weave them into your story, and watch as your authentic connections grow. Remember, the most successful brands are those that listen, they empathize, and they speak directly to the needs of their target audience with authenticity. So go ahead, ask these questions, dive deep, and let the journey of understanding begin. Thank you for being here today. If this video sparked new ideas or helped in any way, please like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, keep creating, keep building, and keep connecting with authenticity. See you next time.